Athens, Georgia hardly exists without the University of Georgia. The largest school in the state holds nearly 40,000 students. It is an institution. Around town are reminders of what institutions can bring and what they can take.
Cannot come by here without associating what could have been.
Hattie Whitehead and Bobby Crook
See, this was a hill.
grew up where 3 dorms now stand.
This is a picture that was taken in 1947.
They knew it as Linnentown.
Linnentown was a small black community. Adults worked hard and they reached 66% home ownership. Community felt safe. The whole city didn't feel safe, but the community, you felt safe.
It was, but in the early 60s, the university and the city marked Linnentown for urban renewal. They used eminent domain to make space for new dorms and move families out.
Taking property, particularly targeting black communities. It means that they want the land and they want it cheap. So this is a way that you can get it cheap, all under the name of the law.
In the 50s and 60s, the federal government gave more than $13 billion for urban renewal projects. Those projects moved out hundreds of thousands of people, largely people of color, in all but 7 states. Institutions wielded power and served some above others. I'm not just reporting on this city and this university. I was a student here, a graduate student in the journalism school, a school named for an old newspaper editor that once declared the white race was superior. How would you rate race relations in Athens, Georgia today?
I think they're mixed.
Mayor Kelly Gertz presides over a city where nearly 3 in every 10 residents are black. Among students at UGA, it's fewer than 1 in 10.
The Board of Regents has been named by the last 3 conservative governors of the state. I think there are times when they've not wanted to touch these issues with a 10-foot pole.
But it's not just campus. It's the lack of affordable housing. It's the bar downtown called General's that until last year was named for a Confederate general. It's the first site off the highway being the Plantation Buffet. It's the tensions in the institutions that bubble under cities and towns across America.
This is my home. This is my blood, sweat, and tears. It's as though we have been left behind. And I say we, I mean black people.
In terms of census tracts and demographics, I mean, it's evident that black Athenians have long held per capita far less wealth than white Athenians. That's just a fact. And I've got to be conscious of that and ask how we move the meter on that. Apology is a strength.
This past February, the city passed a resolution to honor Linnentown and commit to reparations for its descendants, the first act of reparations in the state.
And to all Athenians, a deep and sincere expression of apology and regret.
People told me they thought that would never happen. But when it happened, and we put this program together for him to read it, it just brought me to tears. Like, finally, we got an apology.
There are many hurdles. It's unclear how much the community will receive. The Georgia Constitution prevents giving state and local dollars directly to third parties, and the university has declined to participate in the Linnentown project or approve any markers of recognition on campus property. The tension persists, born of history, sustained by lack of trust. And yet, you emerge from this whole thing with hope.
Yes, and faith has been recognized in a small way. So it makes a difference.
In Athens, Georgia, I'm Matt Pearl.